Hi! This is my Game Boy Advance SP with a really kind of dorky looking red cover that I bought for like, I don't know, 25 cents or something like that. And I don't know, it makes it unique. It does actually at least protect the ports in the back, so I guess that's something. And it keeps the console, I guess you can call it a console, yeah, itself from getting scratched up as much. And yeah. So anyway, right now that's on there, but I've thought about taking it off a few times because it makes it a little bulkier and a little harder to slip in and out of your pocket. I like this console a lot because it plays all of the older Game Boy games all the way up through the advanced games, and it's small and it fits in your pocket quite nicely. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. No, it's what's inside that counts. Right, so let's see if I can show you what that is. Okay. I mentioned in my last, I guess you could call it a video, it was just a shot of Uncharted constantly. I hope that didn't irk too many people, but I didn't have anything else to show you really. Anyway, this is the game, Mother 2, which is a Japanese version of Earthbound. And I've been wanting to play Earthbound. Some people say it's overrated, other people just love it, and the game is rare and expensive. I don't know. I've been wanting to play it, and I've been looking for the Super Nintendo version, but it's so expensive, so I just thought, well, you know what? I live in Japan, I speak Japanese, I should just play the original one. And then I was watching, I forget what it was, but it was I think it was a YouTube video actually talking about some of the censorship differences between Japan and the US and Europe. And I think they were saying that in Mother 2, the main character runs around naked at some point, and they censored that out in Earthbound, among a few other things. So, I don't know, the game's originally in Japanese. I thought, you know what, maybe I'll just go ahead and play it. I don't play games in Japanese because I kind of like to keep studying Japanese separate from gaming. But I thought, you know what, I'll try it, this one. And I was pleasantly surprised because, yeah, well, for one thing, all of the text is in hiragana, which can be irritating if you can read a bit of kanji. But, I mean, it's quite accessible, is what I want to say. And if you've got a dictionary and some time, you can kind of look up the stuff, and it's actually a really good way to study, too. And I found myself laughing out loud a number of times. I played it for probably about an hour last night. I'm just getting into it, but I feel like I'm going to actually stick with it, which is doubly amazing because, one, it's an RPG, and I'm not really an RPGer. Because I have a short attention span, and two, because it's in Japanese, so everything, you would think would take a bit longer, but it doesn't really, so far it hasn't been cumbersome, I would say. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm glad that I'm going to go ahead and shut this off now. I found the advanced version because I hadn't realized that it existed, right? So I was looking for a Super Famicom one, and they're like $25, basically. But the thing is, it's an older cart, so you don't know if the battery's going to work to save your progress, which you actually need, obviously, for an RPG. And then I was just wandering around in this store that I'd never been to yesterday, and I stumbled upon this. And not only does it have Mother 2, now I can't get it out, sure. Here's the cart, just so you can see it. But, it has Mother 1. So I did a bit more research on that, and yeah, and I got a decent deal on it. I paid just a little less than what it's worth. It wasn't an amazing steal, but I was happy to get it. I am a little bit disappointed because I later found out that there was a regular version. This says value selection. I thought maybe that was the only version there was since it's got both games, but there is a regular version too, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah, if I actually manage to play through this and finish it, then there's Mother 3 as well. And if I become a hardcore fan like so many other people, I might spend way too much money and get the Mother 3 Special Edition Game Boy Advance SP, but I think that's unlikely because I think it's quite rare. I saw a really beat up one for about $250 on auction. I don't think that I'm quite ready to pay that much. But yeah, I just wanted to, this is a new thing for me as a gamer, trying to play an RPG, one, and trying to do it in Japanese, too. So, I'm hoping it works out and it goes well, because the first hour was really a lot of fun. So, yeah. If any of you guys have played Japanese games, maybe mention it in the comments. I've always wondered how people do that because I've lived in Japan for a number of years, and the 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 idea of playing through a Japanese text game with that's heavily text based just seems so intimidating. Even though, like I said, I speak Japanese and I read a fair amount of kanji as well. But it's just, what vocabulary they use and that kind of thing. So I guess it depends on the game. But this one so far has been very accessible, so maybe I picked a good one to start with. I also feel like maybe Ni no Kuni on the DS was another one that I might be able to get into. I seem to remember a Japanese friend saying that the language they used was pretty common everyday Japanese, which is what I know, not weird medieval funky language. So yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I just wanted to share this with you. I'm pretty excited about it, and it's totally new thing. Oh yeah, one other thing. The cool thing also about this as an advanced cart, yeah, obviously, I mean it's a bit newer and it's got both games on the one cart, and the battery does work, by the way. Knock on wood. But I can play it in my SP, I can play it in my Micro, I could play it in a DS. And when I'm home, I can use the same cart, pop it into my GameCube player, and play it on a bigger screen. That's so awesome. I know with some of the downloaded games you can do that, but it's neat to just be able to switch the cart back and forth between the GameCube player and then into your SP or your DS. So, good job, Nintendo. You did something right. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.